Welcome to GG Stack's Blitz mode here at Super Monday Night Combat, where I'm in control and you just have to die.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to a gameplay commentary. I know it has been a while since I have last showed a video. Not entirely my fault. There was a death in the family, and I did not go to the funeral. It was out of state, but my parents did, and I sort of had a house/dog sit for them. I only just got back yesterday, and on top of that, there was also the week before that a power outage issue, so timing was all pretty bad, and things happened. And I wish I could say videos would be more frequent in the future, but I have a job now. I also have school starting in about 3 weeks here, so I'm not saying it'll be like week-long hiatuses, but there won't be like everyday videos like I've been trying to do, but have had problems with recently. But I will try to get videos out. So, getting into the actual meat of the gameplay itself, there was a patch Thursday, and it introduced yet another new game mode, and that game mode is Blitz, which is a non-competitive, or as they say, cooperative game mode, where basically you go along and you fight bots with some friends and basically keep your money ball up. It is an old game mode from Monday Night Combat that is being brought into Super Monday Night Combat. It's I didn't play a whole lot of Blitz in the original, so it's kind of hard to remember how it went, but this is a new map. For it, they have incorporated GG Stack as the bot operator, so you get a lot of nice new original lines from him as he taunts you and stuff, so it's pretty cool in that part. The mechanics are actually quite similar to Turbo Cross, at least as far as I think your stats are also Turbo Cross like pumped up compared to Super Crossfire, so you have pretty much max stats already, and you're just your level ups just give you new skills. And you can build turrets. We aren't right now because turrets are expensive, so we're saving our money up for the better turrets. Turrets can be repaired, as you see right there. It's the same turrets as Turbo Cross. You have the Laser Blazer, you have the Long Shot, you have rockets, and you have Shaved Ice. There are 2 rings, one around your money ball, one the outside circle, and then further out near the bot spawners there are a few Long Shot turrets, I think pre-built, not quite sure. There's also an upper level which has hazards like the ejectors, the Annihilator, and Shelly and all that good stuff. So you have options. And there are jump pads scattered around to help get up there. There are vending machines, as you can see, Regenerate All, Meta Ball Lightning, Spunky Juicy, or just Spunky Juice vendors, and I think that's about it. As far as turret mechanics go, they can be destroyed, they can be healed. Like I say, it's pretty much Turbo Cross, and if they get destroyed, they're out of commission for about 3 minutes, which it seems longer when you're playing because things do get hectic here pretty fast. And basically, once your money ball goes down, the game's over. Like, you have shields. The shields go down, doesn't really mean anything. They don't spawn extra jackpots. It's just a sign that your money ball is being attacked. You need to sort of get on that. And there are, as you see the little counter, the rounds start going up. It's kind of, there aren't really any hard pauses between rounds, so it's kind of easy early on to forget that you're in a new round. I believe every 10 or 15 rounds, I forget which, there is a bonus round where there are no bots. That's basically a break, and what happens is that various events will happen, as you'll see. Bullseye shows up, sometimes Juice Bot shows up, coins rain from the sky, just various little goodies for you to grab while you sort of take a break and, I guess, regroup. I should also mention that this is currently anyway, this is a preview of Blitz, so keep in mind that it is not available to free agents who are players that have not paid for anything. If you have paid for anything at all, you are a regular agent, and then you can participate in this mode. Other changes outside of this are weapons, skins, products, and tokens. Basically, there are products that work only in Blitz mode, as well as weapons and uniforms. The uniforms do nothing. They are just colors that don't actually, like, right now there are 6 uniforms for the original MNC Pros. They are green, which is a color is not actually in the game, so you can only use it in Blitz because it'd be otherwise confusing in the competitive modes. As far as the weapons go, they are not cosmetic. In fact, right now they look just like the default weapon looks like. However, they provide extra damage and extra ammo, and of course they are for Blitz only. And you can buy them with, and unlike the normal weapons, you can buy them with coins or currency, so it's not just a money-only item. And it just basically helps you get better in Blitz. Products are the same. There are 3 right now. There's Blitz Buster, which is a bot buster variant that allows you to increase your bot rating to 300 as opposed to 100. There is a Blitz Dodger, which allows you to basically it's Death Dodger, only it activates after 0.5 seconds instead of 3 when you're below 10% HP. And finally there is Blitz Spunky, or Spunky Blitz, whatever it's called. Basically your juice causes a massive explosion, which does a lot of damage to bots and other various things. And like Turbo Cross, the juicing does fully heal you, so Lime Spunky not such a hot it's not a good idea. There was a problem when the patch first released. Originally, the products were free, I guess it's for testing purposes, but they were usable in the competitive modes, so they got removed. They are back in now, but they cost like 6,000 combat coins, and I'm not buying those. And last but not least, there are combat tokens. Basically, there are 2 little buttons near the money ball, and one near that little circle right ahead there is the money ball one. Somewhere else there's a turret icon as well. Basically, you can buy tokens with either cash or combat credits. I think it's like $1 before. I forget the exact numbers, but you spend a combat token on the Moneyball console, it will bring your shield back up, and you'll recover 1/4 of your Moneyball's HP. And the turret one gives you a full heal on all your current turrets. So let's get into opinions here. Oh, by the way, I think current record is like 150 or something rounds. I have not been keeping up on that. Uber was 120 for their record, but that has since been beaten, which is terribly surprising. And before I get into opinion here, I want to cover all the bases. Endorsements are fully usable. Normal uniforms are fully usable. Regular products can be used. There's nothing. There is Blitz only stuff, but there is not Turbo Cross or Crossfire only stuff. So anything you use in the original modes can be used in Blitz. And also, you can double up in this mode on pros. You can have 2 tanks, 3 tanks, 5 tanks, whatever you want to have for pros. You can do custom matches. It is meant for 5 players. You can play by yourself right now. The custom match does not require you to group of 5 people, but you won't get that far because it does not scale. It is meant for 5 players. You can match make. No matter what you do, you will get experience and combat credits. Experience is kind of, from what I've seen, kind of low, but the combat credits are not bad for a certain level of waves. I'm not sure how well it scales, but the further you get, the more combat credits you get. So I think I got like 100 out of a 93 round game with my friends. This right here is a pub game, by the way, just in case you're curious. Pre-made games tend to take a while, so I want to keep this kind of on the short side. I mean, this is pub. It's already 23 minutes. Actually, nearly 24, looking at my timer here. As far as that's about it for the side details, I think. I'm sure I forgot something here or there, but as far as opinion goes, here's a mini game, by the way, just before we get into opinion. You gotta find the real bacon. Those are pretty cool. This is game mode 3 in a game that is struggling to get 4 digits for a player base on a regular night. I really love Blitz. I love cooperative sort of tower defense-y stuff. I've been playing Orcs Must Die 2 quite a bit when it came out. But this is not a good idea, I don't think. And the way it's being implemented also makes me feel like I love the Uber guys and all that. They're nice people, but I feel like they're just trying to get the last bits of money out of us before this game goes belly up. I don't want to be that pessimistic. I love the game, and if you find it fun, you should keep playing as long as you can find games and all that. But they're not addressing complaints, and they're just they're exacerbating complaints. I think I'm trying to put it into a polite way. They're making things worse. Total Biscuit had a video out that got a really good boost in the population. He complained about price of frozen stuff, and they didn't address it. They instead added really boring. I don't mind blitz-only items. The problem is the blitz-only items don't do interesting things. I like the idea of the uniforms. Here we have uniforms that are that you cannot do in the regular competitive modes. They're too busy, they're too colorful, there's a certain aesthetic you have to follow for team versus team. But we can do that in Blitz because there is no other team to complain. The bots don't care what you look like. The weapons and the products don't do that. It's simply flat out, this is a base product but better. It is flat out, pay money to do better at the game. I don't mind progression to an extent, but it's a very half-assed kind of progression, to be blunt. It's a couple products and a few weapons. It's not like there's a, okay, here's a cheap weapon here, or you level up and you can get blitz-only endorsements. There's no real progression here. It's just an excuse to sell you more crap. I'm going to be very honest here. The worst of all is the tokens. I hate limited use items having an effect on score attack stuff. There's no reason to have it. It causes arguments, like a guy is going to waste his token on this game or that game, or you didn't bring tokens, let's yell at you, or such and such, or we got to wave 200, but we use like 50 tokens to get there, so what does it really mean? It makes things less pure. It's basically selling cheats, and it just makes things feel less. It just feels very, very skeezy and not very encouraging. Yes, you can buy with combat credits, but who's really going to do that? I don't know. I just feel like it'd be best if they were options you can keep in there, but they had limited uses. Like, each player gets like one combat token to begin the round off with, and maybe you can buy more with money or something like that. That's fine, but to make them an outer thing, like you buy them outside the actual game with various currencies of any type, just makes the whole game mode feel a little less meaningful as a whole. And it's probably my biggest complaint here. Products and weapons, there's potential there. They can do crazy stuff that you couldn't do in the other modes, like, I don't know, like Wascot's alt fire on his bacon. Not only slows you, but also makes the bot lose like a lot of HP or stuns or other crazy stuff that wouldn't really fit in the be too hard to balance in the actual competitive gameplay modes. But this is just a boring, you need more damage. Give us money. And they're not even, I think the worst part is they're not even different, like, skins for them. They're just the default skins, and even more insulting is that they actually have Blitz uniforms for the for the newer pros, but they're not actual skins. You can buy a Blitz skin for Wascot, but it's his default skin. Why even have it up on the store? It just seems very inelegantly done. I know it's a beta, maybe it doesn't show up for free agents, maybe it's just a, hey, you can buy it now and we'll give you the skin later, but it just feels very poorly done. And I hate to be complaining this much because I was really excited. I had a lot of fun playing this mode with my friends. It was a blast to do. It's definitely got a lot of potential. They're going to release, this is endless, they're going to release, I think, some more goal-oriented stuff in the future. A lot of potential, but again, they're pulling themselves. They're not a big team. All this thing happened that I'm not aware of. They're like 14 guys, and I feel like they're pulling themselves in 3 different directions now. You got the patch from last week was the first to introduce Turbo Cross only bounce changes. So again, that pull in 3 different directions is what I'm talking about. More variables. Admittedly, there's no real problem with balancing Blitz because it's Blitz. You're going to have pros that are crappy. I don't think there's any hope for Wascot being really awesome in this mode. You have, pros like Support, Support's by far one of the best characters for this mode because he can repair turrets quite fast. I think Leo's also quite good. I think his heal also repairs turrets. I don't know. When I saw Leo, I thought he could go either way. Combat Girl, not so much because the healing is turbo cross fast, so you don't really need that, and you're also kind of spread out, killing different bot spawns. So for AoE healing, isn't great. She's not terrible because her combat kitties provide some cannon fodder, but it doesn't really matter. It's a PvE thing. Who cares if the balance ain't perfect? It's just sort of a sideshow attraction. That's fine, but I just feel like this is stuff they should be waiting to add until the game has an actual stable player base. It should be shelved and be waited on until later. I just feel like some people argue that this brings in players that weren't going to play otherwise, but I'm playing it right now because it's new. And guess what? I also played Crossfire. I played Turbo Cross was the only mode, but it is making me decide on a queue what I want to play right now. So it is pulling me away as a playing player from other stuff. So I don't find that argument holds a whole lot of water. And that's pretty much how I'm going to the extent of my complaining here. I don't want to whine too much about it. It is a lot of fun, and you should try it out. It's just, I just feel like I can't help but take the feeling that they're kind of just throwing us to the wolves here. Maybe I'll be wrong about that. Maybe this will bring in a whole lot of players. Obviously, there's a boost right now in the player base, but that always happens in the new patch, and I feel like it's going to go right back down to the 600 level soon here. Because this is great and all, but it's not a whole lot of depth to it. It's one map. You have to go through the initial waves here, which are quite dull. It'd be kind of nice if there was, I don't know, if they want to do progression, they should have unlocks for hitting a certain wave. The game doesn't have achievements right now, really, besides the Team Fortress 2 promotional unlocks, which they are tied to. So maybe an achievement like hit level 50, you hit wave 50. Okay, so from now on, when you start games off, you got the option to, if all players on your team have the achievement, you can skip the initial waves, because that's really dull, really boring. We'll give you a bit of extra cash here. We'll, knock you up to 15, and you can start the advantage here to skip the boring parts, because it does get quite dull playing the first 30 waves over and over again. And also, if you hit wave 100, you unlock a new weapon or something like that. There are ways to make it, to add progression that actually feel like progression, not just a way to hose you for more cash. And yes, I know it's T-bot with combat coins, but you can also get combat coin boosts with cash. So it's the thing. Getting back to the mode itself a little bit more here. There are waves of bots where they don't actually try to go for the money ball. They try to kill you. And at first you're kind of thinking, what's the point of those waves? But you have to remember that bot buster products are going to be very, very valuable here. And as a result, I'm going to die. I died already once, and that really murdered my bot rating, which made it a lot harder for me to take down waves. As you see here, it gets quite merciless with a lot of bouncer waves. You're getting constantly chain grappled. There are a lot of new bots that you may have not seen. Okay, they are old bots that are back in the game. There are up there you see right now. There are gap shots. Those are bots that fire like long shot turrets on legs, and they fire down upon you. Earlier you saw some hovering little swarmy things. So they're buzzers, which I feel are not balanced right now. There are a ton of them, and you can't really avoid them, so you just pretty much either get lucky and don't die, or you get lucky or you get unlucky and you do die. It's just sort of up in the air. Also, interesting bug right there, where if the gap shots are still alive, the wave pauses, and you can kind of... I hear the buzzers, actually. You see here, how do you really predict where they're coming out of? You just, yeah, all three of us just go down, our whole team just goes down right there, because it's basically a wave where, like, your entire team dies. And it's really hard to hit them. If you have seen the Fuzz, you'll recognize them. Their model was reused for the Fuzz, like our team is talking about right now. They're really obnoxious, and I think they need to be balanced a bit better than that. Besides that, there are the original bots that we have right now. There are bouncers, and blackjacks and also gremlins. Interesting fact for older MNC players, the gremlins maintain their old SMNC behavior, or as opposed to their much older MNC behavior where they would be invisible for most of the time once they got really close to you, so they aren't as bad as they could be. But you see right now, these bot murder waves is really nasty, and you have to survive them for a while and hope that you can maintain some maintain your bot buster rating. And as you see right here, we use the Annihilator, probably a little late, but we did use it as a nice get out of jail free card. It has the same cooldown, I think, same cost and such, so you get 5 minutes every so often. We probably should be using it more often this round, but it's kind of hard to remember to go up there and use it. Shelly's around, as you may have seen already, I'm not sure. There is also,
Did you enjoy a little break? Now let me enjoy breaking you.
There is also, the fuzz is around, you can summon the fuzz. Basically, every sort of hazards here for your entertainment. So, that is that.
Can you put on a stick?
And the waves just keep getting harder. Like I said, it's wave 23, you're just up to your neck in bots. Some good pros you reuse are ones you probably expect, not very surprising. Tank, Megabeth, Sniper is pretty good because he can freeze 2 lanes, and so forth. I'm thinking Assassin's better than Spark. You would think Spark's probably a good choice for as far as commandos go, but I'm thinking actually Assassin is, because she can go invisible, and she also can stun bots as opposed to Spark, who can megahertz certain bots, mainly player killer bots like blackjacks and bouncers, I think, and also jackpots is one exception. Whereas Assassin can just stun everything that she wants to. And she also has 2 grapples, just like Spark, for blackjack or jackpot purposes. That doesn't eat up a skill. And you have other pros. Assault's not terrible, I don't think. I haven't really used him at all. They have really bad ones. Not quite sure if Artemis is that good of a choice. I think all her skills are pretty much solely based around players, with the exception of her boomerang. Her headshots aren't the best because she has to actually charge up, which in this mode you don't really get a whole lot of opportunity to sit still and charge. And I think even the Gunslinger can use her kneecap on certain bots now, just like Spark can with the megahertz. So there's more use there for Gunslinger than for Artemis. I'd say Gunslinger's not terrible. At least she can do gun flurry and then sort of clean up that way. But we're at this point at the skin of our teeth, wave 55. Not the best. I'm not using my products like I should be. I brought good products are critically late, bot buster, because you hit level 15 really fast. Spunky Juicy if you do a lot of damage, because you're going to be 15 really fast, so might as well go ahead and get that extra juice damage. Over armor isn't terrible. You heal pretty fast, so having extra armor isn't a bad thing. I'm not sure that's going to be great at later waves just because of how much damage you'll be taking at all times, but has potential. And that is it. Our ball is down. We are pretty much out of here. I hope you all enjoyed that look at Blitz gameplay. I'll have a video here, probably not tomorrow, but maybe Monday, we shall see. Hope you all enjoyed it. If you want a... let's go with the Megabeth skin. Yeah, let's go with Megabeth. Go ahead and to make a comment, and that's it. I'll see you all next time.